Hi everyone, I'm Scott Hope. Welcome to highlights of our coverage of the Mecum Las Vegas auction from the Las Vegas Convention Center. We have more than a couple wing cars here in Las Vegas. Here's one of them rolling up onto the block right now from 1970, the Plymouth Superbird.
1,935 of these built during the model year of 1970. This one is fully documented as authentic. Standard 440 would be 375 horsepower. That's what it looks like. See the Super Commando name on top of the air cleaner lid. Torque Flight automatic transmission. They're fairly popular.
Previewed this a little bit earlier in the day. The presentation of this car and the restoration on it is going to demand a higher price.
And it has. We're at $215,000. We'll see where it ends up. $215,000, guys, is the sale price.
1954 Buick Century. Over the top build.
Perhaps the most unusual subject of a full-blown custom here at this auction, which is filled with great high-quality customs. And then you take the paint scheme and you take the build strategy, and you've got a very special build.
I got 225.
Oh boy, here we go.
Okay, the Mecum rule was in effect, but that guy chose to go to only 225. And that's enough.
That was enough to pull the reserve.
Yep.
That is everybody working together. Handshake, Frank Mecum, VP of Consignments.
Yep.
That's the consigner there. And sold on the telephone, $225,000.
You will not want to miss the car just off the block. The reserve is off even as I speak. It's a 1967 Ford Mustang. This is the Eleanor edition, a fully, completely licensed Eleanor car. The reserve came off $242,500, sold.
428 cubic inches of fuel-injected short stack. Very high-tech fuel injection system from the folks at Fast. It is officially licensed by Gone in 60 Seconds LLC. They own the Eleanor licensing rights. Look at that.
Well, sound the alarm, boys and girls, because the 1939 GMC Fire Truck Custom is on the block.
Cummins diesel power, the 5.9-liter version. Almost 85% of the sheet metal is custom fabricated. Very little of the 39 GMC Fire Truck is left.
Oh my goodness. Really? That's incredible.
Yeah, how do you get in? You just climb over the seats.
I guess.
That's no other way.
Take your shoes off. And
if there's a fire, you'll find a way.
Right. 255.
All right, $255,000.
Way to go,
all
Bill.
Love that fire truck, and
good one.
Congratulations to the new owner on that. Well done.
As we move on to the 1971 Stutz Blackhawk.
The platform underneath that sheet metal is Pontiac Grand Prix. This is an Italian-built car. They were built in the 1970s, and they were really considered to be sort of the pinnacle of luxury. I call these neoclassics, where they kind of dip into the 1930s, a little bit of that style. And of course, it's the Elvis Presley connection, formerly owned by Elvis. And it's funny, you know, I say that we are literally right in the shadow of the hotel that in the 70s put Elvis back on the map. The Intercontinental and then the Hilton, where he held all his shows. I just have to wonder if this Stutz was there underneath that beautifully well-lit car awning under there.
Right. Maybe Elvis valet parked it at what's now called the Westgate.
Right, Westgate now.
$270,000 for the Stutz Blackhawk, formerly owned by the King, Elvis Presley. Check out this 2022 SRT Hellcat. Or is it, Professor?
Well, what it is probably the most anticipated car of this entire auction. This is a 2022 Challenger SRT Hellcat Red Eye, but yet it's got a carbon fiber 1968 Dodge Charger body replicated and stretched over it, including the full Challenger interior. Take a look there. So you go, it's culture shock. It looks like a 68 Charger on the outside. You go into a modern Challenger on the inside. Done by the folks at ExoMod. This is, like I say, this is a very well-known car. There's been a lot of magazine articles. It was displayed, of course, here at SEMA 2022 just last week.
Jimmy, reserve is off!
Yep, there we go. Reserve comes off. We're at $295,000. And you just saw it sell for $295,000.
1969 Dodge Daytona. Yeah, here it is.
503 were built in 1969. Fully documented. R4 red with that red interior. Standard issue 440. That's 375 horsepower. With that A833 4-speed transmission and the A33 track pack with 354 gears. And there's that distinctive red interior. Doesn't match the exterior at all. It's a completely different shade. In fact, the exterior red almost has a bit of an orange tint to it.
It does. And now the reserve is off.
So there we go, $380,000. Fist bumps all around for that 1969 Dodge Daytona, one of the winged warriors.
Wow. Now to the 2006 Ford GT, and of the 2-year model run, 05 and 06, this Heritage Edition has consistently been the most desirable of this generation.
Yeah, it was rare, built in 06. 343 of these were built. All the Ford GTs from this era were powered by that mid-engine, 5.4 liter, 550 horsepower, supercharged V8, driving the 6-speed Ricardo manual transmission. We see that it's got the optional BBS wheels, the forged aluminum wheels, and of course the colors Gulf Oil.
Oh my goodness, the reserve is off. They backed up the bid by $5,000. Made a little correction there. That's okay, because now this car is up for sale.
So there we go, our top seller so far, $395,000.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Mecum Accelerated. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Scott Hoke. So long, everyone.